10 goals scored thus far in the Group A, B, and C of the Under-20 Youth COSAFA Championship. Yeah, my name is Mbali Skeet, and I'm coming to you live from the Galvindale Stadium from the beautiful but windy city of Nelson Mandela Bay. Of course, it's all about Group A and Group C matches today. A little bit earlier, Mozambique was in action against Zimbabwe, and of course, they walked away victorious and managing to book their place in the knockout stage as well. It's all about Group C, and there's only 3 teams in this game, so in this particular group, so every single match matters. For Coach Sabrino's side, they need to really leave all their cards on the table today and ensure a victory for their side, coming back from that defeat against Eswatini. But honestly, Botswana opening encounter, really a clean slate for them, really hoping to bounce back from 2018's draw against Angola. And these are the results thus far. Mozambique managing back-to-back wins in that Group A matchup. And of course, as mentioned a little bit earlier, they won 2-0 against Zimbabwe, sitting at the summit of the log. And South Africa as well as Zimbabwe sharing the spoils. But really today is about Angola really in action against Botswana. They of course lost against Eswatini. And this is how the logs are shaking up from the previous matches. Looking at Group A, Mozambique sitting at the summit of the log, and South Africa still within a chance, as well as Zimbabwe, to ensure their place in the knockout stages. Lesotho yet to register a win. And in Group B, not in action today, but will be in action tomorrow. Malawi and Zambia really sitting at the top, sharing points and fighting for that spot in the semi-finals. And it's all about Group C action today. Eswatini sitting at the top from that victory that they had against Angola on Friday. And Angola yet to register a win. Botswana, first game for the day today. Well, I caught up with Coach Kitumetse from Botswana as well as Coach Hendrik from Angola. And this is what they had to say ahead of the encounter. Coach Kitumetse, an opening game for your country. Welcome to South Africa. How ready is your team for this encounter today?
We are very ready, madam. Very ready. This is a golden opportunity for us, and we know all the teams have played, and we know in our group we are 3 teams, and both games are a must win, but we will take a game at a time.
And of course, the last time you met this team back in 2018, you drew against them, and you're coming against a team that is already wounded from a 1-0 loss. What kind of a game are you expecting today from them, particularly because the weather is just not friendly today as well?
Yeah, the weather, we can see that, but we have to adjust. In football, we have to adapt. You know, that's why we've been here for 3 days. And you're saying playing a wounded team is very dangerous. We are aware of that. We also want to win. We know it's important for us to start very well.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coach, it's your second game and you're taking on Botswana, and I see you've made some changes to your squad. Can you take me through some of those changes for today?
Ok, hoje é o teu segundo jogo contra o Botswana e podiam reparar que o coach fez algumas mudanças na tua equipa.
Sim, é natural, é o segundo jogo e o tipo da competição exige que se organize a equipa em função do resultado, do desgaste físico, e nós trazemos bons jogadores, qualquer um deles pode ser opção, e foi isso que nós fizemos, em função também do adversário.
Well, it's just a game, a normal game, so yes, we have made some changes. We brought the group, and for all our group, they're all good. So for this game, he tried to get the best players and to move around the players according to the game.
Coach, with only 3 teams in Group C, you know that this match is a must-win for you. How is the mindset of the team coming back from that 1-0 defeat from Eswatini?
Uma vez que só tem 3 jogos, mas aqui só tem 3 equipas e hoje tem a obrigação de ganhar. Como é que o professor está a ver a motivação dos miúdos, uma vez que vieram da derrota passada?
Bem, acredito eu que em termos genéricos da competição é um jogo da nossa vida. Qualquer um de nós tem que fazer por merecer. E eles têm consciência de que teremos de fazer tudo e mais alguma coisa para ganhar o jogo de hoje. acima de tudo, porque o regulamento da competição estabelece alguns pressupostos e essa série é que tem 3 equipas. E pronto, temos que fazer tudo por merecer, temos que ganhar. Ganhar, só o pensamento é ganhar.
So today we will do everything to win the game. So yes, we know that today is like the final for us, and according to the regulations, because of this group only have three teams, so then we are coming to this game with everything we have.
Obrigado, coach.
Yeah, obrigado. Tamo juntos.
A must-win game for Angola today, who will be in action against Botswana today. And of course, the simulcast is Lesotho up against South Africa. In English commentary, we have Bafana Mossman. Let's go to commentary.
Good afternoon as we welcome you to the Nelson Mandela Bay, coming to you live from the Calvin Stadium. It is the COSAFA Group C clash between Botswana as well as Angola. Botswana, with all to play for, come against a wounded side with Palanca Nagra. Yes, it is PE, it is a windy city, so I expect a lot of wind coming, blowing from the right-hand side of your picture to the left-hand side at 31 kilometers per hour. There is a little bit of moist in the air with humidity being at 83%, so I expect a free-flowing sort of football. So the first side defending the goals to the right hand of your picture will have it easy going, but it is in the second half where they will really have to be climbing the mountain, as they will be playing against the wind. The wind in PE doesn't normally change directions, always blows in the same direction. They meet for the second time in the COSAFA Cup. The last meeting was exactly a year ago on the 6th of the 12th month in 2018. That game ended 0-0 with the sides having everything that they're to play for in this game. They'll really be hoping that it can get a little bit better. They've already lost their first game as Angola. They'll be needing the 3 points more than anything. For Botswana, it is their first game. A win here sees them stand in pole position to really make it through to the next round, which will be the third time in since appearing in the COSAFA Cup. They said the 2 times that they've really done well was back in 2011 is the last time they made it into the last 4 of the tournament. They boast a strong team with lots of experience, lots of senior senior Botswana Premier League experience is the Young Zebras. A strong Angolan side will be hoping for a better showing in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Still observing all protocols as far as the COVID is concerned, and all the teams get up for the national anthem.
And now, the national anthem of Angola.
The two teams with their national anthem, that of Botswana, adopted upon 1966 independence, said is Fatse le Laruna. With the ones from Angola, the chorus says, forward we go, Angola, through the revolution. This is how Botswana line up, a strong team, 4 players playing currently in the Botswana Premier League with 2 matriculants that are in the starting lineup. Players to look up forward to, it's a 4-4-2 formation. Dr. David up front, as well as Govtri Tawia Tswala up front, are the 2 players that a match will really be expected for. Cedric Ramojela in goal, as well as Butsili Sikana takes the armband for the team. Lots to look forward to. So the refereeing team, led by a female this afternoon, in South Africa, is still the observation of the 16 days of activism. Referee Akona Makalima leads the team made up of Zambian Dina Chokweti, as well as Edgar Romiki of Zimbabwe. This is how Angola line up in a must-win match. They have made 4 changes, 1 change in goal, 2 changes wide as well. Very notable, and they bring in 6 players that played in the FIFA World Cup Under-17 in 2019. Players to look forward to, of course, is Antonio Mwanze wearing jersey number 16, but up front it is a 4-3-3 formation led by Salvador, who scored 3 goals last time, and Gastau will be hoping for a better showing today, having missed a penalty that could have really seen Angola pick up their first point in the 2020 edition. And the referee giving it sternly, asking the Botswana team to come forward as they go on and circle around and try to get themselves going. Coach Sabrino has only been a month with the players, but the players really have a lot of familiarity amongst themselves as they've graduated from the under-17 team of Angola that played in the World Cup. We're underway with Angola taking the goal to the right hand of your picture, and Botswana are taking the goal towards the left-hand side of your picture. Botswana dressed in their blue with black shorts, and Angola in their traditional red with white shorts. Botswana come forward early and intercepted by the defense. Ball played in, and the keeper quickly to get into it. And intercepted very early, looking to start brave. The young Zebras looking to really settle as quick as possible in this game. they play with the wind on their backs is Botswana, an advantage that they'll be enjoying for the first 45 minutes. Well, for Angola, it is a heel type of play, as we see a long ball played up front, hanging in the air from Domingos. So it is all to really play for. Yet to still find a goal is Angola in this tournament. Last time around in the COSAFA Cup, in the group stages, they've only conceded 1 goal and managed to score 13 goals. We still wait for them to really open their account, as we see the captain being fouled there. Andrado had a great game against Eswatini. We'll be hoping to keep it compact, keep it disciplined, as he did, as he goes 1-on-1 against Pasa Choswe. Ball played long, hangs slight a bit in the air, so timing is going to be key from Botswana defenders if they are to deal with those balls, because Angola are looking to really get them long. They do have the height, is Angola. Ball played out there by Tome. Put under pressure in the opening stanzas of this game. Whipped into the box, easily dealt with on there by Telesin Tome. First corner goes the way of Botswana. Another game kicking off at the same time as us. It is a clash in Group A between Lesotho as well as South Africa. We'll keep you updated as far as the score is concerned. Referee Makalima has seen something and will ask the players to come through, and she will lay down the law. Keselebale gets it into the box, tries to find one dressed in blue, but it is Gastau that raises high enough to clear the imminent danger. Botswana get a second set piece situation. An opportunity earlier on here to see what is it that they can do as far as dead ball situations are concerned. Keselebale looks to aim for the near post, but kicked it high up and only for the wind to push it out. Tsepo Keselebale, only 19 years of age, plays for Marapula Hungry Leopards in Botswana. They're currently campaigning in the Botswana National First Division. Long ball played out wide in trying to locate Gastau. Well shielded by Kapingano. Position conceded. Referee spotted something and really needed her to intervene. This is between Mukendi, who makes his first start in the tournament. Came on as a substitution in the last game. Botswana get yet another opportunity to show us what they can do as far as their dead ball craft is concerned. Played long, and it will go straight out for goal kick. So they'll be hoping to really settle early with Tebogo Okopelang. Plays for Home Sweepers back in Botswana. Took it long in trying to locate Dr. David, who plays in as the center forward this afternoon alongside Kauya Tswala. Jose unable to keep that ball in play, together with Tauya Tswala, looking to play some quick combination passes and really didn't work out. There's excitement about Tauya Tswala. Plays for the Botswana Defence Force. He plays in the Senior League, one of the 4 players that play in the professional Senior League. Mpaza Chose plays for Caps FC, which also campaigning in the first division, has seen much of the ball in this opening 5 minutes for Botswana. With 5 minutes gone and both these teams looking to really settle. But Botswana looking better of the two, looking to find their feet better and quicker. Chose. Zalata. Mukendi. Wide to Pinga. Play back to Tome. Tome will look to get it into the box. Easily dealt with there by Mudisameng. Quick counter for Botswana. There is some pace about him. Kisilibale gets it into the box and it is cleared only by Domingos. Can they have a counter of their own? Gustavo comes away with it. Looks to take it wide and does well, finds one test in the red colors. Maestro loses possession. Botswana look to come away with it. They do so, they manage to find a Chose out wide. He's got two to compete with and concedes possession. Zalata looks to keep it for Angola. A throw into Angola. Taken quick by Pinga. But the referee will call it back so that it can be taken from the right position is Makalima. So already with the game that is already going on as at the same time as this, at Wolfson Stadium, South Africa have managed to get onto the score sheet. So at the moment, it's 1 South Africa, 0 Lesotho. After having drawn 2-2 against Zambia, against Zimbabwe rather, in the first game. South Africa will be hoping to make it through to the next round of the COSAFA Under-20. There's everything really to play for as far as this year's COSAFA is concerned, because this is the beginning of the road to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, which will be played next year. Ball into the box from Angola, 2 to aim for. The wind pushes it away. Maestro does well in the first half. Shot comes in from the captain himself, but Mukendi looks to really recover it for Angola. Too much spaces, allowing the Botswana defense to really decisively deal with the imminent threat there. Mukendi. A battle of biceps between Mukendi as well as Tawiatwala. So you look at the height of both these boys, you can actually see that they're big built, albeit they are around the same age, with Botswana as well as Angola. So it's going to be a tad physical, as we've seen it already in the opening 10 minutes of this match. Foot up there, but the referee waves play on. Tome back to base to Antonio. One of the only players, Antonio, that didn't represent the Angola Under-17 at last year's Under-17 FIFA World Cup. Out wide. Does well to find Gustavo. Gustavo looks for support, but he's got Sekana to deal with. Gustavo does well to beat his man, comes with the shot. That will be very encouraging from Gustavo. Really had a good game is Tango Discal until he missed that penalty that could have seen him level matters for Angola. A beautiful strike from him there earlier on, looking to curl it, and the wind pushing it really away. That is going to really be the story of the first half as far as Angola are concerned. All the balls that are really played in the air, no matter how much power they put behind that ball, the wind will really have much say on it. Maestro. Gustavo has got Gustavo wide, is Maestro. Maestro does well to come around his man, finds Gustavo. Maestro gets it into the box in trying to search for Zalata, but it'll be easy peekings for Ramogela. The coach, Sobrino, happy with what he sees so far with the 10 minutes. Also, although still we wait the first goal. flick on back to the keeper there from Domingos. Andrade was the captain's armband for the second time in this match. Did well in the first game. Domingos Andrade also represented Angola India under 17 FIFA World Cup. Mukendi. Great interception there from Confidence Sinuelo. Binga. Looking to come forward is Angola. Building safety, patiently trying to use a little bit of pace as they get into the last third, and they concede possession. Maestro, great first touch to really get it down and get it under control. Mukende does well. Mukende finds Pinga. Pinga gets it into the box in no man's land. Easy pickings for the defense for Botswana. Looking promising as Angola, taking the game to the young Zebras. Palanca Negra, it's what they are known as, is Angola. It is that animal on their national emblem of their footballer federation. You look at the characteristics of that giant Sibyl antelope. The characteristics of it is it's very shy but very, very aggressive. Stands at 2 meters on average is the giant Sibyl antelope. Botswana come away with it. They got an opportunity, they take it wide. Dominguez has got them for comfort, cleared by Andrade. Danger not averted as yet. Jose looks to find David, but couldn't really locate him. They come away with it. Maestro's on the ball. He's got 3 other players that he can really share the ball with. He's got support, goes wide to Augusto, to Gastao. Gastao looks to kill it into the box in search for Zalata. Wins the header, Zalata there. But that telling touch from Kupelang made it difficult for Zalata to get a clinical touch on that ball. Much touch that he would have liked. Again, the ball being held up there in the air. He has had Kholekano keeping him comfort. There is Zalata. Came on as a substitution in the previous game. Is Zalata. Played about 15 minutes of that match, and the coach decided to really crown him and honor him with the start in this match. Do have the firepower up front is Angola. They've got Salvador, the man that scored 6 goals in the last campaign in the COSAFA Cup. Looking to play it with the teammates there was Dr. David. He plays for Joining Galaxy, who were crowned. Joining Galaxy were crowned the 2019-2020 champions. This was after the Botswana League was suspended due to the pandemic, and at the time they called for suspension. There were really no COVID cases that were called up in Botswana, and in South Africa there were about 61 cases at the time, and now we sit at over 810,000 COVID cases, of course, with 744 recoveries worldwide. The pandemic has really been keeping us distant from each other, with 66.6 million affected, with America the most affected with 14 million. So both these respective nations, you look at their COVID stats currently, for Botswana is 10,742 cases with 7,912 recoveries. And for Angola, it's 15,493 cases with recovery standing at 8,299. So this has become the normal as far as football is concerned, to play in the bio bubble and not have any fans. Salvador tries to battle it pound for pound, but concedes possession against Sinuelo. Tries to get Botswana going forward, but it's not the case. As far as COVID is concerned, some parts in the world are showing us that this is possible. So for me and you, we really have to play our part and make sure that we can go back to enjoying the sport that we all love. with England already allowing fans to come through. We've seen it at Stamford Bridge yesterday when Chelsea played against Leeds. We've also seen it when West Ham were hosting Man United in each of the two games, allowing 2,000 fans to really get into the stadium. So if you and I play our part, sanitize, wash our hands for at least 20 seconds, wear a mask and social distance, we can really go back to enjoying what we've always loved, and that is football and sports in general as well. The Angolan League also had to call their 2019-2020 season null and void, and calling it null and void, and have managed the team that finished number 1, which is Petro Atletico de Luanda, has contributed 6 players into this squad of Zambia that are here representing their nation, and also Club de Espirito de Angola contributing 6 players. Between themselves, these two teams that have won their Girabola 15 times and 13 times respectively. Maestro does well to stay on his feet. He's got 4 for support and concedes possession right in the edge of the 18 area. Had a steady game. The man of the match is Mwanza for Angola against Eswatini. A game where Angola really dominated, had 14 shots on goal and had 4 on target, but failed to get into the back of the net, with Nkosimpile Mate, the goalkeeper of Eswatini, really standing in between them and the 3 points. And looking to really play it quick is Angola. Binga finds Salvador. Binga back to Salvador. Wide to Zalata. And it's Chose with that decisive interception that gives Angola their first corner of the match. So as far as height is concerned, both these teams are really matching each other in the box. Goalkeeper Ramajela really trying to really get his defenses in order as a header comes in from Kastau. As a striker, he gets the second attempt in this match to head it towards goal this time around. So he'll definitely be growing in confidence, and that confidence can actually help him to go and make sure that he gets Angola where they need to be. So this is a must win in Group C, because the group only has 3 players. So unlike Group A and Group B, the teams in Group C only get to play 2 matches, and with only the top team finishing first in the group making it into the next round, which is the knockout stages. And the best second finish in all the groups will really occupy that 4th place. The winner of Group A, the winner of Group B, and the winner of Group C make up the semi-finalist, and the second best finishing side makes up the 4th semi-finalist in this tournament. So it is a do or die, as I've said, that this is the journey that leads to taking on the world, as the teams that will finish in the final of this match will go on to qualify for the Total Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations that will be played in Mauritania, with the teams finishing in the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations, going on to make it to booking their place in the World Cup squad. So 9 of the 14 COSAFA region nations have all competed in the Africa Cup of Nations, with Zambia as well as Angola going on to win it for the African side. The other third best COSAFA region team to do well in the Africa Cup of Nations was South Africa, when they went on to finish in the semi-finals, and back in 2018 as well, when they finished as the top 3 teams. Salvador Salvador tries to really go into the middle, finds Maestro. Maestro goes to Mukendi. Mukendi was looking to release Gustavo, who is down, rather Zalata, who is down, and was hoping for a free kick from Makalima, a no-nonsense female South African referee. Botswana, they come away with it again. Chose, long ball played in trying to find Dr. David, does well to find it, but Tome, who played with confidence out, will look to play it out with the captain, but the captain failed to really find a teammate. Again, the wind really having a lot to say in this match so far. Great first touch, but that allowed Angola to really recover. Free kick to Botswana. Foot up, a challenge there from Zalata. Was really hoping the referee doesn't give that one, because just moments ago they really was hoping that he gets one. 4 fouls apiece. I did say that it's going to be slightly bit of a physical game. Trying to adjust his wall and adjust his defense. Tsepo Kiselevade. If you look at the bottom of your picture there, the referee again shouting instructions. It is those 2 players in the first corner of the match that the referee called and asked them to stop pushing. You look at their shoulder to shoulder, they really are matching each other. Ball played into the box. What was intended to be a cross, because of how powerful and strong the wind is, Kiselebade's cross actually went towards goal. You look how he took it and how that movement really that is really affected by the wind. Port Elizabeth, known as the Windy City, so the players will have to battle it out with the wind speeds at 31 kilometers per hour. Again, they come forward, is Angola. Physicality there used up by Salvador, using his power and strength to win possession for Angola. Finds Gustavo wide. Gustavo does well to get around the first man, does so in the second man, looking to release Salvador. Salvador looks to turn. Gustavo gets it onto his left. His left is, it gets it rather onto his right. Zalata. A quick combination play, but well read there by Tlamelo Kgolagano. She looks to get Botswana going. That centre-back pairing that saw Angola standing strong against Eswatini, between Aldier Domingos as well as Telesen Tome. They both are playing in the Girobola in Angola. Domingos plays for Diogasto, and Telesen plays for Academic Football of Angola. So the 2 teams go for a cooling break. Referee Makalima has blown for a cooling break, allowing the technical team to really shout instructions and maybe change 1 or 2 things that they're really not happy about. Coach Sobrino at it already. Temperature stands at 21 degrees Celsius. The wind is much of the concern in this game. The Galvindale Stadium is quite open, so making it easier for the wind to really pass through and have its say in today's proceedings. Botswana led by Kitumetse Paul. played for Amazulu in his days and also played for Township Rollers. He, in actual fact, the entire bench of Botswana, the technical team, has played professional football in the under-20s, the senior team, the Zebras as well. So quite experienced. They know how things are done at this level. They'll be hoping to lead Botswana to their first glory, because they are really looking to lift the COSAFA Cup for the very first time. Their best finish is being third. They take on a side that has made it to the finals on 4 occasions. The last time was in 2011 is Angola. 3 times in a row they made it to the final and never really lifted the trophy. Was back in 2000, 2001, as well as 2002. And besides that, in the 2017, they got knocked out in the first round is Angola, after going down in their 2 games in Group C and a 0-0 draw against Lesotho. They look, as things stands now, they're really looking to match those stats, and if they do match the 2017 stats, it means they will be knocked out in the first round for the 3rd time, as they've done that back in 2016, 2004 as well, and 2017 as well. Again, the wind holding up the ball with that restart from Angola. So you look at Botswana's stats as far as last year's campaign is concerned. In their first game, they lost by 5-0 against eventual winners Zambia. And they went on to draw 2-2 with Malawi and beat Comoros by 2-1. Tauyatswala looking for a corner kick, and referee Makalima has concurred according to also what she has noticed. 3rd corner for Botswana. Can they really make it work? Zonal marking again applied by Angola, not trying to pick for man-to-man marking, opting to zonal mark. This is how they concede a goal against Eswatini the last time. Taken short is the corner. Again, a cross into the box, pushed away by the wind. We'll have to find other means of making things happen is Kiselebale. Known to play out the ball out is Angola. Again, they apply the same tactic in this game. Played long. And great intercepting there from Kopelang. Swept that ball. He plays for the home sweepers. Andrade. Zalata. Andrade. Finds Maestro. Maestro fails to control at first attempts. Salvador looks to turn, but doesn't keep possession. And Sakana manages to clear the danger, albeit it was fouled, as the referee has adjudged it. One possession back by Angola. They're looking to come forward with as Botswana rushes back to try and defend. Played out wide to Mukendi. Mukendi thinks about a shot, and Mukendi takes the shot. The power of the strike and the speed of the ball was affected by the wind, but he had a good idea. He knew what he wanted to do. He laced it up, but the ball kept rising, missing the target by very long. So with half an hour gone, we still await the first goal of the match. We still await the first telling save from either of the goalkeepers this afternoon. The 2020 edition has seen less goals being scored than normal. 11 goals so far. with all the matches that have been played. In 2019, we averaged 4 goals per match, and this year's average is actually 1-0. With the biggest winning margin coming today from the game between Mozambique as well as Zimbabwe by 2 goals to 1. Besides that, it's really been narrow margin wins with 1-0 all the time. The only game to really dish out 4 goals was the opening match between host South Africa and Zimbabwe, when we had 4 goals scored in that match in a 2-all draw from a late comeback from Amajita. Angola scored 13 goals in group stages last season of the COSAFA under 20. They've only conceded 1. So in their second game, a must-win for them if they are to have any hopes of continuing in this tournament. Mukendi goes around his man, finds Binga. Afonso Binga goes back to Mukendi. Mukendi goes to the bar line, but he's got really the strong defense from Tlalamelo Khalekano. The Gaparin was Paza Chose that really dropped down, plays as the right wing is Chose, and drops down to assist in defense. Second corner of the match for Angola. Ramajela and company, can they really defend this one? An outswinger, and the referee has spotted some pushing and will give the free kick the way of Botswana. Controlling the middle field is Angola. They really making it easy. They get into spaces, they win the possession. They really look to keep it in and keep it going. Gustavo tries to get the space so that he can unleash a shot. Oh, great interception there from Domingos. So news that just came in is that South Africa are looking to run away with it. They've just scored their second goal against Lesotho. I know that goals will really help them in the group, as their draw in the first game didn't really work for them. Does well to skillfully get around his man is Dr. David. Did well to stay on his feet, and just like a doctor, a surgeon, finding his way through and cutting easy through that defense of Angola, but really didn't get much out of that, as the referee has given away a foul. Maestro cleared by Mudisameng. Binga wide. Can he cross it into the box? Does well to connect with it in search of Gustavo, and unfortunately the ball was slightly stronger and higher for Gustavo to really get to the end of it. Throw into Botswana, an opportunity for them to clear their defenses. Goalkeeper will try and keep that ball from being a corner kick, and really failed at his attempt is Manuel Antonio. Plays for Petro Atletico, the 19-year-old. Petro Atletico were at the top of the league when it was stopped, 154 points with just 5 rounds of matches to be played. How COVID has affected matters as far as football is concerned. Fourth corner for Botswana. Played in, and a header there coming in from Domingos. Again, is the striker, the Tangao Gustau, that has job to help out in defense. And with the movement of the ball, was a little bit hard for him to really get it on there. Was really hoping that it's not an own goal. Fifth corner. Get into the near post. Smart from Keselebale. He looks to use that wind to really sneak the ball into the near post and the near upright. And well read by the defense of Angola. And the goalkeeper putting 3 men in red there to try and block that one from going in. And instead the wind pushed it out on there. Maestro had a sterling game the last time. Looks to find Gustau. Does well, Gustau looks to get it onto his left. Salvador! And unable to connect with the ball is Salvador. Looks for a penalty as he thinks that there was a handball against Amudi Sameng. But the referee will have known to hear of it. They come forward as Botswana played into the box, and a great interception from Domingos. On a quick counter-attack from Botswana. So, did well to keep it on there. Blocked it actually with his foot, but the bench really wanted a penalty there, because as he got up, there's the hand signal there. As he got up, he actually hit that ball with his hand. Sixth corner of the match for Botswana. Taken shot. Keselebale gets it into the box. Header comes in, but that header is too strong on there and will not get it in the desired destination. Lets the ball run, looks to find Salvador, does well to locate him. Salvador looks to get around his man, but Mudi Sameng is not one to easily let you get around him. Zalata guided away from goal. A great presence of mind from Sakana to shield him and guide him away from danger. Andrao gets it into the box. Tawiatsuala gets it away. Looking to hold it up was David. Mugendi takes his eye away from the ball, but recovers well from the challenge from David. Sakana gets it out of danger. Tawiatsuala. David. Fouled. The referee will call it back. And the referee will dish out the first card of the game. Tawiatsuala did well to get around his man and beat him for pace. And Domingos Andrade becomes the first man to go into the referee's book. They really need to take advantage of the dead ball situations that Botswana they are really getting. They are playing against the wind, so makes it, well, they are playing with the wind rather, which makes it slightly bit difficult in timing your ball. How much power you put behind the ball also counts a lot, and the more power you put, it makes it easy really to be carried by the wind. So it's knowing and understanding these things that will see you get better. And it's just to get one into the box and then going through without any header, not connecting with anyone in blue tops and black shorts for Botswana. Jose Kabingon is the one that went into the referee's book from to tackle earlier on against Tauyatswala rather. Maestro does well to get his Angola going. Zalata plays on the far side of the field now with switch sides. Switch side with Gastao. Gastao gets into the box and no one picking him out really. Binga. Binga unable to get around Kholekano. And Salvador looking to use his pace. Goes down to Salvador and referee points to the spot. Salvador did well there to remain, try to really remain on his feet, use his pace, really caught for pace. There were the defenders of Botswana, that is Kholekano as well as Kopelang. First that high challenge there. And that touch from Kholekano. So Salvador gets up to dust himself off and take that penalty. Gastao took the last penalty and missed it. This is the second penalty Angola gets in the COSAFA 2020 under 2020 edition. Can Salvador put it into the back of the net? Salvador does well, sends the keeper the opposite way. So gets his 7th goal in COSAFA. All-time striker is Alessandro Salvador, much to the appreciation of Sobrino and the technical team for Angola. Gets their first goal is Ambrosini, and then they call Zini Salvador. First of his campaign comes from the penalty spot. Scored a brace for the scored a brace in last year's competition in the first opening match against Seychelles. They've gone on to win it by 8-0. Is this a start of good things to come from Angola? And also news coming through is that South Africa have got their 3rd goal of the first half. Snejovo Mkiva is the man that netted the 3rd for South Africa. South Africa have won it 8 times. They'll be hoping to make it the 9th time if they do get to make it out of the group. But as said, the big ambition for all these teams is to really get the 2 sports available to see you play in the Africa Cup of Nations. And then when you're there, the ambition grows bigger to get to the semi-final and be one of the 4 that will represent Africa in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. So the dreams start here. The journey really starts here. Angola come forward. Zalata looking to get to the end of that ball. A great interception from Kholekano. And looking to clear it, Kholekano bounces it off against Zalata. Really pressured and kept the ball is Angola and not allowed Botswana to get to the end of the ball. And not at all allowing Botswana the spaces to really play, occupying them, forcing them in defensive possession as they are doing even in this case, as Kholekano gives away a throw-in, allows his defense to really recover and get back into possession. Salvador leaning against Kopelang, and the referee has adjudged that was really incorrect, trying to seek advantage in ways that are really wrong. 7 seconds into the referee's 2 minutes of additional time played already. Free kick to Botswana. Can Botswana really use this to their advantage to get them into the score sheet? If they go into the half 1-all, that is all to play for. That man right there in goal coming in for Cavallo, who really had a good good game, beaten once, and had to really be decisive in goal for Angola. Ball played into the box, going towards goal. The great presence of mind from Tebogo Kopelang of Home Sweepers to kick that ball towards goal, keep it as high as possible, and let the wind do the job. And it did just that. Got power behind it and got direction into the ball, into the box rather, and let the wind do the rest. And almost beaten there was Antonio. Wide to Domingos Andrade. Salvador goes in search of Binga. Finds Zalata. Back on the near side is Zalata. Maestro. He's got two in the box to aim for. Gets it into the box. Cleared by Kopelang. Great first touch there for Kapingo. Angola looking to really finish the half stronger. Zalata had two Botswana defenders for comfort and really couldn't connect with that ball as well as he would have liked. The keeper was close as well to make sure that he cleans up. Long ball played up front in trying to release Tawiatswala. Godfrey Tawiatswala plays for Botswana Defence Force and he's got some pace about him. Referee Makalima has seen enough of the first half. In a half that Angola really dominated in terms of ball possession, and Botswana really played in stages of their game and tried to keep resolute in defense and denied the spaces going forward by the ever-attacking Angolan team. Salvador with the deciding goal in the first 45. Looking strong is Angola, looking very determined to really get the first 3 points of the tournament that will see them continue, and sticking to really habit, looking for divine intervention just before they go into the change room is Botswana. Something we really haven't seen, as Angola is already being led out by their captain into the change room, giving Coach Sabrino an opportunity to really get some instructions and get them better into the second half. Well, for Botswana, they have it all to work for in the second half. They've got faith in their hand. They've got 2 games to play in this group. A good performance on this game will see them maybe keep their faith in their hands as they take on Eswatini in the last match of the Group C clashes. So, after the first 45, it is Botswana that are trailing by a solitary goal from a penalty spot from Salvador. Angola 1. So, Angola has really been piling on the pressure on the young Zebras, pushing them and making sure that they play really behind. Gustavo with an opportunity earlier on, does well to get around his man, the first one, and kept possession, stayed on his feet, and it came with a long-range shot from them, but lacked direction, was really pushed away by the wind. Botswana had opportunities of their own, looking to get it into the box from Ekeselebale, but was pushed away by the wind towards goal. Andrado started the build-up, found Maestro. Maestro went sideways to Mokendi. Mokendi unleashed a shot that really was pushed away by the wind, with the wind really being the factor in this game in the first half. Looking to use the wind to their advantage is Botswana in all their corner kicks, and trying to really get it or sneak it in onto that near post. Gustavo reading it well there. That moment that decided in the first half, the biggest talking point on there, with Salvador going down from the touch from Kholekano, and got up well and dusted himself off, looking to get Angola to go ahead. A right-footed strike that saw Cedric Ramogela guessing the wrong way, and with the ball going the opposite direction. 1-0 for Angola. Much to the appreciation of the technical team that is led by a former creative midfielder in Coach Sabrino. Well taken shot from Salvador. scored 6 goals in the last campaign, will be hoping opens his account through a penalty. So, as far as stats is concerned, this is how the first 45 was played out too. Angola kept most of the ball possession on there, had 5 goals on 5 goals attempts, with 2 of those being on target. It was really a physical game with 17 fouls all in all, 11 against Angola, who really denied spaces for Botswana. So the second 45 comes with much hope for Botswana, and also looking to keep things going in Angolan way. So first at halftime, it's 1-0 to Botswana. We welcome you back to the Nelson Mandela Bay at the Galvindale Stadium. The first half saw Angola going into the half with the advantage of 1-0 to Botswana. So the second 45 is just about to resume. And we await referee Makalima, who was born in Amakwe in the Eastern Cape village, to get us underway. Officially underway for the second 45. Neither of the teams have made changes in this second half. They'll be hoping that first they tried and tested. That survived the opening 45 will be able to do the job in the second half. Botswana plays against the wind in the second half as they take the action from the left-hand side of the picture to the right-hand side, with Angola playing with the wind on their backs as they are defending the goal to the right-hand side of on the right-hand side of your picture, and going taking it all the way to the left-hand side of your picture. Sending it back to base, looking to build from the back is Angola. Andrade takes it long, does well to locate a flick from Zalata. Kasao, an opportunity really to get things going in the second half. Piling on pressure there, Mukendi. Mukendi does well to get around his man, but will shield that ball. Does well is Tlamelo Kholekano. So Salvador had an opportunity on the Gastao. The referee, the goalkeeper rather, came out and could not really connect on that ball, and also Gastao missing that ball. So had he made some connection with that ball, may have really taken it away from the goalkeeper. And AB had his name on the score sheet. Played long up front in trying to find David. Sakana was the captain's armband. Plays for Gilport Lions, one of the 4 players that are playing in the Botswana Premier League. In the senior side, to really have to mention, Maestro looks to find Zalata, but a quick challenge from Laruna Murisana really took that away from Zalata. Didn't want to get into that challenge, was Zalata. Tawana Mbakeli gets things going for Botswana. Position conceded. Angola come away with it, trying to release Salvador. He chooses his battles very well there. He conceded defeat very early in deciding not to chase that ball, was Salvador. Presence of mind from the goalkeeper with playing it from the back. Knows that if he plays long balls, the chance of giving away position in these windy conditions is more likely. Pull out wide to a confident Sinuelo. Really ping pong in the middle of the park. Either of the two teams really trying to stake dominance there and make sure that they get things going early, and it's not the case. Goes down on there, and that was a hand that was flying from Domingos. Godfrey Itawiatswana is down, and Domingos makes it onto the referee's book. Aldia Domingos. Doing everything to shield the ball and slapping the man in process there was Domingos. Tried it with the right hand, didn't work, and got it right with the left hand. So news coming through is that South Africa have gotten the 4th of the match, with Swina Apolis getting his 2nd of the tournament so far. So as things stand, it's South Africa that lead by 4 goals to nil against Lesotho. First being an on goal from Lesotho captain Tapela Mohale. Langster Human, former Bidvest Vets striker, also got onto the score sheet. plays for Tel Aviv in Israel, and Snechongo Nkiva got the third one of the for Amachita, as South African under-20 team is affectionately known. Captain Domingos Adrado remains down for Angola. This will show us exactly what happened. Collision with his own player, Benito Mukiva. Plays for Trafonse. Collided there with his midfield partner in Domingos Andrade, who plays for Interclub in Angola. Interclub will be taking on Orlando Pirates on either side of Christmas in the CAF Confederations Cup. After being sent through when the league really ended abruptly because of the pandemic, with Augusto as well as Petro Atletico representing Angola in the CAF Champions League. Well, Botswana in the CAF Champions League are represented by Jwaneng Galaxy. There's a player for Jwaneng Galaxy in Dr. David up front. Battles it with the goalkeeper. Remains down is Dr. David. Salvador comes away with it. Holds it up nicely for support from Zalata. Intercepted there from Mudisane. Mudisane rather. Referee Makalima will allow Dr. David to get some much needed treatment. Plays for Jwaneng Galaxy, who currently hold a 4-0 advantage in the Champions League against the team from Comoros in Zelima Jole. Beat them by 4-0 in the first leg. So the return leg will be played out this weekend, but they will not have Dr. David rather, as an option for them on the bench, as he's trying to help Botswana under 20 really get something as far as this qualifiers are concerned. With two teams that finish in the final, the ones that will contest the final would have qualified for the Total Under 20 Africa Cup of Nations that will be played in Mauritania in 2021. The tournament will be played between February 14 until the 4th. And teams that will finish in the last 4 in the semi-finals, that is, of the Africa Cup of Nations Under 20 will go on to represent Africa in the World Cup stages of the Under 20. So everything to play for. Mistake there, but recovers well is Dominguez. Under pressure from Dr. Victor, that has Dr. David rather, that has just come back on. Doing well to really win at midfield battle between number 18 of Botswana, Tawane Mbakile, as well as Mokendi. Played long, held up by the wind. Mojameng does well to get it under control as he looks to release Chose. Chose, who's really started the first half lively and became quiet as the half progressed. First priority became defense for him. He's an out-and-out player. He's got pace. He is the 18-year-old, plays for Cubs FC in Lesotho, rather in Botswana. Does well to contain it. Dawia Tswala. He's got space, will decided to really go wide and try to locate Chose. Great defensive work for Campingano. Also plays for Petro Athletic in Angola. Got it under control. Bakile gone out wide, trying to get it into the box in a surge of Dr. David. Looking promising in the first 10 minutes. In the second half is Botswana. They're still looking to get one into the back of the net, looking to restore parity and go on to try and get a win, force a result in this match. For Angola, it's a must-win if they still need to have any hopes of making it out of the group stages and continuing on their journey. They've got 6 players as Angola in their starting lineup that really played in the COSAFA under-17 last season. Referee Makalima, he's got a yellow card on her hand. And she'll firstly go on to see if Salvador is okay. And will be able and gets Salvador the much needed assistance. And gives Kopelang the yellow card. Kopelang finished his matric this year. Really had no intentions of getting to the ball there because everything else was covered nicely. The ball was shielded by Salvador Estebo for Kopelang. Cleared by Mo Disameng. Shot comes in from Maestro, blocked by Mudisameng. Looking to get around it. Gastao, the first touch lets him down. Mukendi battles it out. And in the end, it is Sinuelo that gets it away from danger. Back with Domingos. Domingos looks to release Salvador. Well read by Butsile Sekana. Gastao going down after that challenge. He missed the ball and he's trying to plead his case with the referee to say that I really got stepped on. I deserved a yellow. I deserved a penalty from there. And the referee tries to get him some first aid on there, and that was position, you see. Really, again, that man that just got into the referee's book is Tebo Kopela. Will have to watch himself. Plays in a very crucial possession, center of defense. It's a position that demands one to really be decisive as far as tackles are concerned. He's already sitting on a yellow. Will play the next 32 minutes, 20 seconds under pressure. Salvador does well to come and get around his man. Going down thinking that he's foul. Mukendi shields the ball nicely. Binga gets it into the box. Keeper will decides instead of holding on to it, no pressure really against Ramujela. He could have made sure that he holds on to that ball. No pressure really from him. Binga look to get it onto the box there. No pressure from anyone there. Even Larona Mudisami was giving him space to try and hold on to that ball, to try and maybe save it on the Maestro. Maestro looks to get it one into the box, get one around his man as they look to make things happen. Ball into the box, and what Zalata really wanted to do didn't work out well as well as he really wanted. So the coach has gone onto the bench and saw that he needs that pace of Ngokwe, and will look to really make us up in the 60th minute in the next dead ball situation. Salvador does well to protect it. Salvador, but he's got 4 in the colors of Botswana to really contend with. Position turned over again. Angola. Maestro. Space opening up for him and takes a shot. And the keeper really did fumble it in the first time. And if it was placed any under pressure by any of the Angolan players, would have really maybe lived to regret it. Space opened up for him and really decided to take a shot. I really anticipated that he will pass it, but it wasn't the case. So first substitution for Angola. This sees Zalata come off, and in his place comes on the pacey Camilo. He's got a lot of pace. It's really a substitution for looking for fresh legs, as it's a like-for-like substitution winger for a winger. Even in the previous match, it was Zalata that came on for Ngukwe. So Afonso Bingo was it. So with an hour gone, it is Angola that lead by a solitary goal from the penalty spot from Salvador. And we still await Botswana to get onto the score sheet. They're playing first of their two matches in Group C is Botswana. The next match is against Eswatini. Salvador looks too late off for Gastau was coming on. Poor decision there for me for Salvador. Should have controlled and really go for a shot. Ramojela has really looked very unconvincing in goals for Botswana. Not tested a lot of Caucasians, and the times that they've asked the questions at him, he's looked really dodgy. So he'll really need to get his settling touches onto the ball to settle the nerves that he may be feeling. In swinger, and at the far post it was Salvador that came on late on there and really couldn't get it on target to get his second of the game. Ngokwe with his first touch in the corner kick, and Salvador read that well but really couldn't connect with it. Foul. That battle between Aldir Dominguez as well as Dr. Victor up front is making Dr. David very much doesn't allow him to settle. Is Aldir Dominguez. It's a battle of biceps, shoulders between the two. Has been in the first 45 and seemingly it's continuing in the second half as well. Ngokwe looking to use his pace against Sekana. He threw in for Botswana. The ball went out early before he tried to ricochet against Sekana is Camille Ngokwe. Salvador. Tawiatwala. Protected the ball well. There is Afonso Pinga, but it's a throw into Botswana. Will be taken by the captain Butsile Sakana. Stern words there from referee Makalima that for any time wasting she will be issuing cards. Coach Sobrino. They had opportunities even in the first game. They dominated the game against Eswatini. But it's in the final third where things were not really coming together for them. This time around, can they make it happen? Gastau, good combination play. Shot comes in, keeper does well. This time around, Ramojela has stood tall and stood out well. Salvador asked the question. Ramojela had all the answers. Ngokwe, they're not done as Angola. Free kick given, and this was the hand from Botsila Sakana. Botsila Sakana, the referee calling him and telling him, I'm giving you a card. The beauty of not having fans in the stadium allows us to actually hear communication that goes on in the game. Butsile Sakana had to deal with Isgokwe. He's got a lot of pace about him. Earlier opportunity, the strikers combining well. They're doing well to stay on his feet and laying it off to Salvador. The referee with a telling hand save. Playing against the wind is Botswana. Playing with the wind is Angola in the second half. The referee issuing instructions to a one-man wall. Maestro stands over it. Mwanza get it into the box. Header comes in, and it is into the back of the net. Gustavo this time around at the near post got up well to get the second for Angola. So Salvador and company are happy with what Tonga Gustavo has managed to do. Got it into the box nicely. Got up well with no one, really no one competing with him for that ball is Gustavo. Opens his account now for this year's COSAFA regional plays. So Angola 2. 24 minutes to play for. And as we confirm that score, we learn that South Africa have gotten yet another goal against Lesotho. It's now standing at 5-0 against Lesotho. Sinejongo completed his brace with the fifth goal. So as things stand, South Africa will really be leading in Group A on goal difference. That looks to be very to be telling. And as things stands right here, Botswana gets their corner. Gets it into the box again. Gustavo heading that one away this time. Can they get a counter? Is Angola. Will be cleared out by Kholekano. Looking to get things going quick. Wanda Binga gets it into the box. Will be easily dealt with. But again, they regain position as soon as they lose it. Is Angola. Handball against Benito Binga. Ball out wide in search for Dr. David. Mistaken defense, but Tayatswala is not really into chasing that ball. Bit away from reading the game from him, because you need to really chase all lost causes as a striker. You never know it would work out for you. Goal kick to Botswana. Salvador, the man that started the goal scoring. And out comes Jose Cabingano, and the man that also played for the under-17 at the under-17 World Cup for Angola, comes on. 18-year-old Porfirio Brantis. Substitution alike for alike. He's a right back as well. So the captain taking it onto his stride now, looking to get his side going forward, is unable to keep that ball into play. Making their second substitution. We still await the first substitution from Botswana. They do have Pemelo Bushido. So got it into the box on there. Standing all alone and had it all to do there is Gustavo. Got the much needed touch to get it onto their near post. With this wind, that could have been very difficult from him, I would imagine. Man coming on, Abrantes with his first touch of the game. Benito Mukindi looks to release Gustavo. Gustavo, a traditional number 9, runs at everything, all lost causes. He chases and chases. The first change from Botswana. And coming on is Tifo Molefe. He just completed his grade 11. Will be doing his matric come next year. Only 19 years of age. Plays for Madibajane FC. And out comes Tsepo Kisilibadi. So players get a cooling break, an opportunity for the technical team to really shout instructions at a close range. On really a personal note a bit, but you so for Botswana, they need the instructions to be told what exactly to do and where to do it. You'll see Angola is not taking a cooling break. They've decided that they will come together, have their own meeting. Just out of your picture, Abrantes ran off to the bench to get the instructions, and having just come on, he will actually have a full-on instructions as they've been added on already. Giving the message to the captain, and the captain just nodding his head in agreement there. They really have the advantage of the Angolans. They have a corner kick. They really wanted to keep the focus going there as they get their fourth corner of the match. Can they make this one count? So still just out of your picture, still waiting for the referees to get into possession, the assistant referees to get onto possession. Fifth corner of the match for Botswana, rather for Angola, and Botswana has had 7 corners and they really haven't been used, any of them. We have had one corner in the second half. Hoping for more, because at least now how things stand, they can actually use the wind to their advantage and be in more control of the ball. Outswinger into the middle, easily dealt with by Sakana. Throw into Angola. Ambritas finds Mukenda. Mukenda looks to release Apprentice. Benito Mukenda played 15 minutes in the last game that he came on, and he's got well over an hour, 73 minutes to be exact, that he's played in this game. Difficult to control that ball and concedes possession to Maestro. Maestro for Angola. He's got 3 in the box that he can get the ball to. Ngoku. Ngoku looks to use his pace to get around his man, gets it into the box in search of Castao. And a tailing header there from Mudisameng. Got up well is Mudisameng and got that ball, cooled it off, making it easy for the keeper to come out and roll it out. But they've conceded possession. Coming forward is Salvador. Escapes the first challenge, still has the opportunity and gets it into the box, but really couldn't get this Gustavo in a good possession, and has made it easy. That touch from Gustavo made it easy from Bakile to get it out. Possession back with Angola. Domingos plays it long. And Ramogela this time will do well to hold on to the ball. Plays for Malapulelo City Stars. They've recently been relegated from the Botswana League. You would remember that due to the COVID-19, Botswana suspended the all football activities as is how the whole world has done it, and made a decision that the league will be crowned, the champions will be crowned as the standings that were. It is a 16-man league, and only 20 games had been played when Jwaneng Galaxy was at the top of the league. Throw in, taken quick by Abrantes. You get that sense of urgency from Angola. They know that goal differences are gonna count in this game. They come away with it. Tawiatwala. Maestro tries to use his hand to really stop the man, the pace of the man that couldn't really keep the ball in.
BOTSWANA. Out.
So they bring in a much experienced player to play at this level. Johnson Bulauling comes on in the place of Tawana Mbakile. Tawana Mbakile really had a quiet game by his standards. Currently unattached, plays for Muhammadi Shana Senior Secondary, where he just completed his matric. They're hoping to really get into the professional ranks of football. He's got some potential, but has now gone off and being replaced by a player that played for Orapa United, who currently play in the Botswana Elite League, which is called Botswana Premier League. Chose had a quiet game by his standards. First priority has really been in defense for him, with the pressure that has really been piled on the side by Estin Zalata, who's now been replaced by Camilo Ngokwe. Into the box, wide up, and easily dealt with by Tome. 3 versus 3. Keeper will come out and will collect that cleanly for Botswana. Looking to start things off, goes and finds the captain, who plays it back to Moody Sanmeng. Moody Sanmeng plays it long in search for Dr. David. Dominguez came out and really that looked more dangerous. Yes, he connected with the ball, but the player had his head in there. It's already on a yellow card, so we'll have to be careful when he comes out and does those acrobatic clearances. Foot up on the occasion, and confidence. Sunelo really helped himself on there and didn't make sure that he didn't get up on the
ANGOLA. Out. Player jersey number 16.
so the referee shouting instructions on there and telling him that this is not going to happen anymore. The next time it happens, makes it for the third or for the second time into the referee's book, and will definitely pick up a yellow card, a second yellow card of the match, and will go in, will really go and take an early shower in those conditions. So they have a free kick in a very good position is Botswana. 3 players standing over the ball. A quick committee meeting between Tawiatwala as well as Sinwelo. They know they have the wind to work with, so they need to really think about it before they take it. Deformalefe also standing there. Skips over the ball. Looks to roll it under the wall, but the wall read that situation very well. Unmoved when the 2 players skipped the ball on there. They keep it rolling. Dr. David gets into the box. Ambrantes with a tailing challenge there. Clean. Keeping things in defense mode at the moment. Ngokwe for Angola. Finds Maestro. Maestro gives a shot, a dummy shot firstly, and then decides to take the strike as Maestro. He did a great job in the last match. Was the man of the match in the game against Eswatini. So, confirming the substitution that happened earlier on. Afonso came in from Mukendi. Like for like substitution again. Attacking midfielder for another attacking midfielder. Coach Sobrino really keeping the legs going for all these players. Gustavo with the second goal of the match. He missed the penalty in the last game. He would feel redeemed with that header to get the second one of the match for Angola. Palanca Negra, Black Antelope, that's what they're known by characteristic. The Black Antelope is shy, but very, very aggressive, stands at 2 meters tall. Go quick to get that ball into the box. 6 to aim for. Looks to get it onto the near post. Read well by Tauyatwala. 6th corner for Angola. Go quick. Takes the corner on the far side. Leaves it to hang a slight bit in the air. Read well by the defense of Botswana. Sankana becomes the first man with the header on that ball. Abrantes, throw-in taken quickly. With just 10 minutes to go, it still remains Angola by 2 goals. And Botswana 0. Maestro looking to get the third for the Palanca Negra. His first of the tournament. Sakana rather. Gets it long for Botswana. Hit it away eventually by Tome. Tauyatwala frustrated by that call from the referee. Feels that it was a 50-50 challenge. Shouldn't have really blown there. Domingos. Wide to Abrantes. First touch lets him down, gives it enough opportunity for Malefa to clear it. Tauyatwala. Coming alive in this game is Tauyatwala. Very late rather, with his side trailing by 2 goals to 0. Andrade had another stelling game, is the Angolan captain. Ball into the box, header! Whoa, beautiful flicked header from Gustavo. Really did well is Gustavo in this match. Even in the previous match, he's always been there, running at all lost causes. And this time around, he's been rewarded with the goal. Shot comes in, but it lacked in accuracy. Had power, but lacked in accuracy for Botswana. Did well to get it into the box as Maestro. Again, those 2 players combining in that set piece. It was Maestro that took the set piece, and Gustavo with the header got it into the back of the net. This time around, Gustavo forced the keeper to work. Go quick. And a great clearance from Sakana. Salvador, space opening up for him. Salvador! Amende Golzini is unable to get his second goal of the match. Salvador did well to really deny the spaces for Botswana to get that ball, because Botswana looking to really play it out instead of kicking it long to restart it. Throw in from the captain Sakana. Sakana tries to play it long. It's held by the wind. It's back into their defensive third is Botswana. Sakana. takes his eye off the ball and loses track of the ball between his legs. Sakana combining well there in the middle of the park for Botswana. Tayatswala going wide. Ball played in search for Dr. David. Mistake allows Dr. David to be in possession. Thinks about a shot and it's blocked. Again, that combination from Domingos has really had a good game as Domingos. Free kick given to Angola. Opportunity for Angola to clear their defenses and get it into an offensive area. It's in the second third of their structure is Angola. That ball gets it into the last third. And really, it didn't connect well or didn't get one in their colors. Throw-in allows them to restart it, but it's read well by Sakana. So as things stands, it will be Angola that go to the, that really will be level pegging against Eswatini. They'll be matching on goal difference. And also because head-to-head count between Angola and Eswatini gives advantage to Eswatini. So it will be Eswatini that continue to top Group C. And in other groups, Group A is currently topped by South Africa will take over from Mozambique. And it will be South Africa number 1, Mozambique number 2. Shot comes in from Botswana, unable to really connect with it very well, to get it to trouble the keeper, to get the keeper to do well. Standing strong and solid is the defense of Angola. Played out wide, quickly trying to get to Gastao. In terms of fitness, physicality, and hunger for goals, Gastao ticks all the 3 boxes. Chases at everything, and with 3 minutes left to play, he's still running as though the game has just resumed. So, throw in. Goku has really been keeping the defense of Botswana busy since coming on. Another substitute in Afonso, Benvido Afonso. He's got 4 people in the post. Tommy coming in late to get it into the box. A far post, but will not really worry the keeper. Was looking to use the wind to his advantage was Benvido Afonso. Tayatswana tries to go wide to find Tefomolefe, but it's quickly blocked by Angola. Salvador releases Afonso. He's got Gustavo in the box, looks to go for goal, and almost a defensive error from Kopelang on there. Was lucky, didn't make a touch. Gustavo minding his offside positioning there, reading his line carefully on there, and allowing the defense of Botswana to really recover and get a ball away. Afonso does well to get around his man and is fouled in a very good area. Good area in that it's a maestro area. Trying to really stay on his feet is Benvido Afonso, as well in the case. News that just came in is that Snejongom Kiva has got a hat-trick, first hat-trick of the tournament, with South Africa leading Lesotho by 6-0. They are claiming the top spot emphatically, with an emphatic victory rather, is South Africa in Group A. So they'll sit pretty at the top of Group A. Another goal from Angola will see them go to the top of Group C. Maestro has got that opportunity now to get one into the box 2 to aim for in the box, 2 standing outside of the box for Angola. 6 players in total in good areas to try and get there. And the height of Mlisame has really helped them as he got first onto that ball. Tayatswala took an elbow there from Andrade.
Additional time,
So
4 minutes.
referee Makalipa has added 4 minutes of stoppage time. So they've got 4 minutes is Botswana to try and make it count. Position loosely given away again. Such has been the story in the second half for the young Zebras. They've not really been able to hold on to the ball, and they've given position cheaply away. Albeit the 2 goals came from a set piece situation. So dead ball craft from Angola, proving to be superior today. Tommy stands tall and strong in defense. Maestro dispossessed. Botswana, can they get a consolation goal and maybe make it a nervy 3 minutes left to be played for? The answer is an emphatic no. Angola. Maestro. Maestro. Afonso. Combining well there in the middle of the park. Looking to really kill this game by holding on to the ball instead of running on to the corner. Ngoke trying to find Ngoke and then unable to locate him. Dr. David tries to release Tayatswala. And the 2 big men in the back for Angola combining well. Defomelefe. Ball taken up front in search for Dr. David. Unable to locate the man. Salvador looks to lose his man. Salvador remains in possession, takes a shot, and Salvador lands it into the back of the net, gets his second of the game. Much to the jubilation of Ambrosini, Salvador has got a first brace in this first start in last competition in 2019 against Seychelles. Started the game and got a brace, and today he starts, so gets a brace again. So on his first starts in the tournament, on 2 occasions, he's gotten a brace. Beat the keeper at his near post. Well taken shot from the 18-year-old. With the strike that sends Angola to the top of Group C. Having kept a clean sheet. Well, it remains like that for the moment. Second half has dished out 2 goals for Angola, giving them a 3-0 advantage. They come forward again. They're not done at the Angolans. Salvador does well to get around his man. Didn't have support in the box. Goes back all the way to Domingos Andrade, who goes all the way to his defense, Tome, to restart it for the Pelanca Negra. Took his eye off the ball in a very late from Ambrantis. They're coming forward. Afonso looks for support. Finds the captain, releases him, gets one into the box, and it is Mudisame that goes with him. Afonso looks to find Castao, and a side-telling touch. The faintest of touches, and got Castao the second goal of the game. He's cramping after he's just gotten that ball into the back of the net. Will roll out to receive treatment, and in a very celebratory way, beaten for the 4th time is Ramujela. Again, the wind deciding it, Thames in this match.
It is now Botswana nil, Angola
And Gustavo, the faintest of touches really.
Final scores. Botswana nil.
touched it on his toes,
Angola 4.
and it is that leg that got that ball into the back of the net. And the captain, Butsile Sakana, asks the referee as to what really happened there, because they deem Castau was in an offside possession. Castau receives treatment on the side of the pitch, and Butsile Sakana trying to plead his case with the referee. So a job well done from the Angolans. They win this match by 4 goals to 0. They came here as a must win for Angola, and the game